to my channel, Jamie Fran Colors. Today we are working in our Anastasia Koldariva Blackbird Song book. And we're going to look at this beauty right here. We put down some tissue paper as a preliminary background, and we are mixed mediating this page up. It's going to be fun. It's going to be dangerous and scary, and we're gonna love it. So I'm excited. So here we go. We are gonna start with I have my Arteza Everblend brush alcohol markers here, and I have a couple of different sets, and they're kind of on a different shelf, so I don't use them. So I thought, well, let's break them out. So I don't even know. I think most of these come from the portrait set. We are going to start with BR43 Spiced Brown. And we're just gonna get the most dangerous, most nerve-wracking part out of the way, and that is her skin tone. Now this is not marker paper, so we need to be careful. It's going to bleed, it's going to go through the page, so make sure that you're not, there's nothing behind your page, or put a couple of pages, put a sheet of marker paper behind what you're working on so that it doesn't get on something you don't want it on, okay? And because we're not working on marker paper, it's not going to be as smooth as if we were. So keep all that in mind as we do this. We just want to get it down. We are not going to be blending alcohol markers today. We're just using it as our first layer to tint the paper so that we have something other than white to be working on. And yeah, we're not going to be using colored pencils on this page. If we do, it will be very few. I don't have plans to use colored pencils, but with mixed media, that could always change, couldn't it? How is your day going? Mine is good. I'm filming on a Monday, and I just got back from the gym. I got a personal trainer for Christmas. I don't know if this was a smart idea, but meet with her again tomorrow. So I didn't work too hard today because I don't want to be so sore tomorrow that I can't do what she wants me to do, but I still wanted a good workout. It's interesting. I think art's the same way, but once you like start doing it, the more you do it, the more you want to do it. So what have I? Maybe it's just that's okay. I think that I got some matte medium on that I used to glue down the paper on her shoulder here, and that's why it's kind of turning a different color. I think that is why. That's okay. It's mixed media. We'll work with it. Okay, I'm gonna put this color aside. As far as I know, I'm done with it, but you never know. Something might pop up and say, hey, you didn't do me. So we'll keep it close by. This is Coffee Brown BR30. What was this called? Spiced Cider. I'm getting some drinks on. So this is for her hair. So I'm gonna kind of do it in a circular motion, but I don't think we're gonna really see much. We'll have to add texture back in later. So, she has all this beautiful texture in her hair, and I don't really want to lose it, but I'm not sure how to color it without losing it, so we'll have to add it back in later. With her hair, I'm going to make sure that I do kind of overlap the tissue paper a little bit so that it just blends a little nicer. We have little pieces of hair in between shells and flowers. Okay, so that gets all her hair. And again, like I overlapped, kind of went over some of the tissue paper to help blend that in. Yes. So there's that. I want her eyes to be this, like, this is called Caribbean blue. And I think it looks pretty close to the teal that we have in the background. So I'm going to put that in her eyes. I think it will kind of help make her eyes pop as well. So, okay. Yeah, that's pretty. Probably can't see much of that, but it's beautiful. Okay, then we have this yellow. This is called Vintage Yellow. And I kind of want to get the middle of these flowers. And then probably some of the beads in the necklace as well. I'm being more stylized and idea-wise than like perfected. So if you need to be more of a perfectionist in it, go ahead, but I just don't need that. So, okay, I'm going to do the beads, or some of the beads. Now purple, which is our background, and yellow are our opposites or complementary colors on the color wheel. And so they look amazing next to each other. So that's why I've picked some yellow tones. That being said, if I mixed yellow and purple together, it would be a yucky, mucky color because I'll try to cancel each other out. So, but putting them next to each other makes them beautiful and helps them pop. I think I'm going to end up doing all of these beads yellow. I just think it looks so nice. Okay, and then I want this color. This is a Muted Rose Pink, R56. Going to put it on our flowers because I kind of want a purpley kind of color. This isn't, I mean, it's pink, it's not purple, but kind of a mauve-y color on these flowers. Mixed media is fun, but it's not an art of perfection. It's more of an art of interest. So you want it to be interesting and fun to look at rather than perfect. So at least that's my opinion of it. So I don't care if everything's like perfectly in the lines or if I get something on top of something else. I'm not going to panic. I don't care because that's not my goal in this picture. Sometimes it is my goal. When I'm using just pencils, I can be very particular and more perfectioning. But with mixed media, it's about having fun and about making something that looks interesting. So at least for me. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that yellow because I didn't realize that we had this little dude up here, these couple of dudes. So we'll put them in. And then I think I'm gonna leave the shells for a minute. We're not gonna use marker on them. And then I'm gonna take this pale pink and put in her lips. Okay, and let's grab a little bit of that coffee brown for her eyebrows. Okay, now do I want to do anything with the shells, or do I want to wait? I think I kind of want to wait. Okay. Oh, all right. So these are alcohol markers, so they dry quick, but look at all the bleed through, so make sure you have something behind. It's still in my book, but my book is open and I don't have any of the pages behind it. So just helps protect any other pages. You can always just remove it from your book as well. Okay, now I have my gelato-like things here, and let's find some colors. I have like the Jane Davenport, and I have King Art. That's pretty close. That's a good color. And then I do have some Ranger, which are not my favorite. I do have a few. And I also have actual gelatos. How many colors do I want? Let's see, her skin tone. Maybe this amber, that's kind of pretty. Okay, so I have like one of each here. So I have amber from the gelatos. I have this beautiful color from the King Art. And who knows, yeah. Magnetic Field from the Jane Davenport, which we are going to start with, which is dirty as all get out. Okay. Kind of clean that off. Okay. Obviously, one I have used before. No, I've used like all of them before. So we are going to put this straight on the peeper in the shadowy areas. This is going to be our dark color. And this is where we're going into the really ugly stage. You thought we were in the ugly stage, but now we're really going in the ugly stage. We're just gonna live in the ugly stage for a while. Okay, let's bring it down along her jawline. Let's put some by her nose, above her eye. There we go. Okay, then her neck, under her chin especially. And then around these shells. Again, we're not going for perfection. If things get on other things, if stuff happens, it's fine. It's more about the interest and idea and the fun of layering all our different mediums together. Okay. So that's our darkest color. Then we're gonna go to our King Art here. Maybe by doing them all three together, I'll see if there's one brand I prefer. Probably not. Okay. Ooh, this one is more creamier than the Davenport. Okay, just going right kind of over the top of it and then out a little bit, just like we would with our pencils. It's just kind of a more broader thing, you know? Because we're using something much bigger than a pencil little tip pencil lead. All right. Lovely. Lovely, love it. Okay, let's grab this amber. And it's a pretty similar color, but I think it's got a little shine to it. A little lighter. Yeah, those King Arts are definitely the creamiest, though this one is a little bit older, so maybe because it's older. Right? Beautiful. Okay. Then let's blend all of that together. Are you in love with her yet? Is she still crazy? She's a little crazy. It's okay. Okay. Let's take a finger here and start blending. If you are really against using your finger, you've got some options. You can use a cotton thing. You can use Q-tip. You can use paper stump would probably be my choice, probably. Again, we're not going for perfection. We're going for interest. I just want to keep reiterating. I don't want anybody coming to me and being like, oh my gosh, it's such a mess. It's all over the place. Yeah, it is. It's called mixed media. And it is a little all over the place. So, it's a little bit messy. It's also a little bit fun. Woohoo! Are you having fun? I'm having fun. If you're not having fun, go ahead and get your finger dirty. It's a lot more fun. It's like finger painting when you were a kid. Did you get to finger paint as a kid? Ooh, I did. I was a big fan. If you need to add some more pigment, you can at any time. Like I think, maybe we'll wait. All right, adding a little more King Art over here. And we'll blend that a little bit. I really like her face. My goodness. You a beauty. You are so beautiful. Wish my own makeup went on this well. Man. It's like magic. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Gonna do a little bit in her hair. Let's just grab a little bit of black from the King Art, and we'll kind of put that in closer around her head, her face. Maybe around the shells a little bit. And then let's grab another brown. We need another brown. What do we have? Do I have any anything in the King Art? No, I kind of have this gold. I think that's too light. What's this? Maybe we'll go with what we used for our darkest color of her skin. Let's just grab that. That was that magnetic field or whatever. It's a little more gray brown than I wanted. That's okay. Okay, we might add some red or something to warm it up. Let's put this in there. Or orange. We could do some orange. Let's see. What are you? Red cherry? Would that be too much? Maybe that's too much. There's just straight up orange. Let's just add a little orange. Let's see. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Then we need to blend. Let's just try blending with something else so you guys can see that. Let's see. Here's just a paper stump. Let's see. I like blending with my finger because it kind of warms up the gelato or the pigment. And I think it just goes smoother because you're using your finger, but you can use, you know, whatever you want. Or maybe you want to just in the tighter areas, just like around these shells, you know. Use your paper stump or silicone brush or something to just get in those tighter areas. And then use your finger in the larger areas. Whatever works for you. Okay. Okay. I think we can be kind of done with those. Unless you want to put some on our flowers. We could use a little purple to make them more purple. Could use like this color just to kind of make them a little more on the purple side or violet side. Lavender side. What color do you guys think this is? Maybe lavender. Okay. Now I just got some paper. Let's see. Is that I guess that's the bottom of the bag. Let's look at the other side. Here we go. This is like mulberry paper. See what we have here that might look cool on those shells. Let's see. So we have kind of an orange. I don't know about that. We have kind of a white with a green. Ooh, this one reminds me of like raspberry parfait. Let's see here. Ooh, maybe there's like this one that's kind of cool. Ooh, what about this? That's just kind of, I like that. Pull those. Or there's even one with a little, that just has purple and no pink. I think I like the other one better. Okay, let's try this. No guarantees. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go spray this with some fixative just so that those gelatos don't move around when I'm putting glue on or anything else. All right, I'm gonna kind of lay this on here for a second and use a pen or a pencil, something, to trace the kind of shells onto the paper. Okay. Okay, then we're gonna cut it out. All right, I've attached the paper. Now we're going to Mod Podge the whole thing. So here we go. Woo. This is gonna have it, kind of make it kind of a plasticky layer over the top of the whole thing, which will help us with our next step to finishing this picture off. But our our next step is that this has got to dry. So we're gonna let it dry. I'm gonna go find some lunch and then we will be back to finish her. Yes, we will. Okay, she is dry and she's kind of plasticky. And I have a dog trying to climb on my lap, so that's exciting. We are going to just grab a few pins here. Just kind of see if I can smooth her out a little bit, but she's really not that bad. Okay, so I have just a conundrum. I have a plethora of pens here, starting with an Ahoo glitter marker, which I'm going to put on the jewelry. So just give it a little shine. You could also like put a little glue on here and like do some gold leaf or something. That could be cool. Probably would have done that before the Mod Podge though. We'll just make it sparkly with the pen. like the lighting, the glare is a little hard to work with, but hopefully you can kind of see what's going on. There we go, kind of gives it a nice, makes it pop a little more. That mulberry paper on the shells just kind of gave it a little bit of texture, and then you also kind of have that pencil mark still there to help outline it a little bit, but I'm going to outline it even more with a fine liner. I think I'm also going to put this yellow in the, or this gold in the middle of these flowers. Beautiful. Okay. So to do the shells, I'm going to grab a fine liner, and the idea is that I'm going to kind of go around them and then outline them a little bit. Maybe give them a little bit of their lines back. Let's see, how does that look? Yeah, okay. So we'll just kind of do that. This will probably be the part that takes the longest. So I will fast forward it. I have a little dog who is now just sitting, laying on the ottoman at my feet because I didn't pick her up. She's a little bit sad. I'm like, I gotta finish this. Sad life she lives. Didn't get to go for a walk today. Doesn't get held by the mom. Oh man, you'll need a little extra loving later, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Dad said you could go. He'll take you tomorrow if you'd like. I know, I went to the gym instead. I know, it's sad. Gym membership was the worst thing that ever happened to you, isn't it? But it's cold out there. It's hard on the mom. Yeah, it's hard on the mom when it's that cold. Okay, so we outlined all of that. That looks nice. Then we're going to take some Pitt pens. These have like Indian ink in them. And what's fun about this is because you've put that like plasticky layer on, they actually kind of blend a little bit, which is kind of fun. You can lighten them or whatever you want. You can kind of like put them on there and then use your finger to smush them a little bit like you did with the, what were they called? The gelato pigment sticks or whatever. So that's kind of cool, huh? Look at that. That's fun. So I'm just going to kind of put in a little bit more of a shadow here. How it just kind of makes those flowers kind of pop. Pretty, huh? Yes. Okay, and then let's put a little bit more purple on these flowers. See if they can pop a little bit more. think this one is just about out of ink. I did see that I have another one in there of this color though, so that's good. And then I'm gonna put a little on her lips here. Let's see if we can. Ooh, it looks like she's like had a red popsicle at the moment. Let's see if we can kind of fix that. I'm gonna put the red in there, and then we will grab a pinkier color. I think this is cinnamon. Kind of blend the two together because you have that plasticky layer. They don't dry immediately. So you can kind of play with them a little bit. Oof, look at those big pouty lips. Oof, lovely, lovely. I think she needs just a little bit more of an eyelash here. Let's see if I can do this without getting my head completely in the way. Okay. And then we need just a white highlight in the eye. White highlight in the eye and on the lip there, and on the nose. Just kind of, oof, look how pretty she is. Oh my goodness. I love it. It's just fun, you know? Put some of this marker in there. This marker's dead, you guys. See a goner. Yeah, see a goner. But you can have so much fun. I love it. Love it. There she is in all her glory. She was way fun. There's something to look at in every spot. I love it. Oh, I hope this video wasn't too horribly long and that I was able to edit it down a little bit. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, that you find time to take a deep breath, de-stress, and throw some color around. And I will see you guys on Friday for some watercoloring because that's what you guys picked. So, see you. Bye.